Data will give your time back to you as a business owner. It'll give you time to spend with your family. It'll give you time to look at other markets. It gives you time to see if you're profitable. Hello and welcome to the Power of Data Analytics for Business. This is going to be a great episode for business owners, entrepreneurs, and it's going to start with a lot of different things from the past to the present. And when I say the past, I've been a business owner for more than 25, almost 30 years now. So there's a lot of changes that have occurred over the years. Now, for me, I love data. Most business owners like yourself, you probably run away from data or analytics. But let me tell you, this is the most important part of your business. Understanding your data, understanding where it comes from, so you can actually understand marketing trends, understand operations, understand financing, understanding social media today is all about understanding your customers, right? Shipping, manufacturing, everything has to do with data analytics. So I can honestly tell you over the last 25 years, time to get information and data started here. I mean, it took days and weeks to get data. I love it today. Instantaneously, you can almost have your data. If you understand what you're looking for and what your needs are in your company, it's available. It's everywhere around us. So I really want you to sit back, drink a cup of coffee, get a beer, lay back, whatever you need to do. Just have fun and be sure at the end of this episode 2, give me a like, share, subscribe. Tell me what episode or things that I didn't cover in this particular episode that you'd like to learn more with regards to data analytics. And furthermore, if there's some topics that you want me to talk about in business, I've probably experienced it or have run into it over a period of time. But my podcast, I just really want to have a good time and share information. And my goal is so that you learn something and or share with me about some of the mishaps or some of the data ideas that you'd like to have about your business. So let's just jump right into the episode. But first, I want to tell you, my name's Coleman Smith. I'm the CEO and president of GZ6G Technologies Corp. It's a small little public company that I started about 4 or 5 years ago, and just starting it from ground up. It's a public company. Prior to that, it was really small entrepreneurial businesses just like you. And I've grown some to multi-million-dollar companies, and also it's just evolved over time. But data has always been a very important part of that. So let's jump into this, and I look forward to sharing and hearing your information. But first, as a business owner or executive in a business and you're wondering about data, you're probably going, oh my gosh, where do I start? I just really want to focus on sales, or I just want to focus on accounting, or I want to focus on operations. I want to focus on the things that are in my business. But if you understand data, now let me tell you, the power of data is the most critical component in your business. And I said earlier, data is something that has taken days, weeks, months, and years to get over time. So over the last 30 years, time is going faster, data is getting more accessible, and it's everywhere around us. And a lot of people think that it's numbers, finance. I'm not very good at that. I want to depend on my accountant, my social media person. But you as a business owner, every leader should understand data. And I want to start with the very first one that's important, a financial statement. Don't get scared. Don't depend on your accountant. Don't depend on your attorney. Don't depend on somebody else with your accounting. If you've ever watched Shark Tank, one of the first things that they ask? Do you know your numbers? Financial data is a very important aspect of your business. Before I get started with that, so we're going to talk really the importance of data analytics, and finance is one of those particular areas. Types of data is another area that I want to touch on. types of data analytic tools. I'm not going to go too much on data analytic tools in this particular topic, but we'll touch on it and we'll save that for another episode down the road. Customer analytics, and then today, data-driven analytic results. All of this sounds like it's too technical, but I don't want to share technical aspect of the data. I want to talk about the real business purposes and how data really can maximize your company, give you a competitive edge. It's so cool. And I want to share some cool stories with you from data analytics, things that we're building internally here, share some data analytics on business cases that I've actually run into throughout my lifetime, how data has actually helped me stretch pennies into dollars to start generating revenue. And that's the most important. So just the importance of data, number one. How many of you out there are thinking about social media and data analytics? How many of you guys really understand your financial reports and your data analytics? How many understand operations, your shipping, your cost, etc., with regards to the data? Or are you just spending money? You're seeing revenue. You're generating a lot of opportunities with regards to revenue, but are you really earning money? Are you making money at the end of the day? Are you finding customer trends looking at data in your business? So data is actually your friend. And you want to have fun with data analytics. And you want to ask, I mentioned something about your financials. And one of the best things that's helped me through my lifetime is understanding how to read a financial statement, understand what the liabilities, what the assets are, accounts receivable, accounts payable, what my assets are, what my net income is, my profit, my loss. Those are your basic fundamental analytics that your accountant provides you in your financials. And I will have to say, I worked for Dun & Bradstreet many, many, many years ago, right out of college. And it was probably one of the best experiences for me that I ever had with regards to meeting with CEOs and financial people to put together the credit rating report that's used by hundreds of businesses to find out the credit worthiness of people you do business with. But what I found through that journey was how many CEOs and C-level people really didn't understand the basic data analytics behind the financials. Now, this is the basic formation and foundation of your business, and I'm going to get really into the data-driven results part of it. But just the opportunity for me to share that data starts with your business foundation. And understanding your financials, if you don't know, take a class. It will help you understand if you're making money, if you're not, how much money or cash flow that you have that you're going to be able to budget. Maybe you shrink some dollars based on the data that you have in your business to focus in a key area that you discovered in your customer niche market. Maybe you want to target an industry with a particular dollar amount. What is your cost per acquisition? How much investment are you going to have or need for your business? Those are going to turn into opportunities to just build the foundation of your business. If you're an entrepreneur, I would highly recommend learning a financial statement in your business. These data, these numbers have a meaning to you. They shouldn't stress you out. It should also allow you to think into the future, how you can avoid any kind of problems that you may be having. Do you need to get out of the office? Do you need to be generating more revenue? Do you need to find products that have more margins? Do you need to change customers? These all give you insights to your business. So the types of data that I want to talk to you about today is many different things. There's optimizing operations, predicting market trends, improving marketing efforts, which we kind of touch base on. And there's 3 different components of marketing. of just data analytics in general. It's not just optimizing operations, marketing trends, customer insights, etc., but it's also there's structured, there's unstructured, and there's kind of a hybrid. Structured would be those things that are easy for you really to understand about your business. You can get financials. You can look at the data from your financials. You can look at Excel sheets. You can analyze different parts of your business using Excel. Kind of typical way of doing business in the past. Today, we've got tools that allow us to really find structured capabilities that are happening inside us. Inside the organization. New technologies that's coming out. This would be your Wi-Fi. This is your IPTV. This is your social media. This is your AI tools. This is your online presence with social media. Every one of those capabilities or technologies, especially going into the future, all have data capabilities behind them. I don't know how many of you guys, just let me know below, how many of you guys, if you're using Twitter, have you gone in and looked at a post to see how many people have actually passed it on or read it or viewed it? You may not have even known that you could do that. If you don't, LinkedIn has the same capabilities. Any of your social media today has tons and tons of data points and data that you can actually review. Your social media team should be providing you with that data and giving you insights to what customers are saying. Use it for testing, right? So those are kind of structured types of things that you're sending messages out and gathering information back in. You can put it into an Excel sheet, you can put it into Tableau, you can put it into lots of different formats so that it's an easy to read data analytics. Don't make it hard. It doesn't have to be as difficult. If you understand, and I always go back to financials, if you just understand the financials, start building on your data analytics knowledge with different things that's inside your business, right? Social media. Do you actually get social media reports? The unstructured, or how many emails went out? What were the responses that went unopened? How many were opened? There's a semi-structured where by combining all these elements together at the end of the day, you're getting a report. For me personally, I think when I think about the businesses that I run, and you could probably ask anyone in the organization, I'm always asking for numbers, always asking for details. If I don't get it from them, I'm going to have passwords and IDs, and I'm going to log in and I'm going to look at it. And it may not be during the business hours. It's probably in the evening, but I'm really interested in growing my business. Today, you can make so much money online, but I have to tell you, it's still managing your data. There's a lot of, people, I watch a lot of different types of videos and hear people talk about, oh, I can make so much money online. There's huge amounts of money. You make 10,000, make 20,000, make 100,000, become a millionaire. Well, let me tell you, behind every single person, every single business, I don't care if it is online, offline, wherever this business may be, you still have to have a solid infrastructure and a foundation for your business. And that business is built on data analytics. And if your data analytics if you don't understand it, hire a consultant. They can help you understand it. But if you're a business owner or a C-level executive or a mom or a teenager that's going out and starting your business, learn the data. I'm telling you today, the data is your friend. Now, the flip side to that, we're like, oh no, this is what everybody thinks is the bad data. I don't want to give my phone number, my address, my email, my cell phone. I don't want to give any of that information out. Unfortunately, I hate to tell you, somebody's probably already got your data. And that'll be another episode talking about security and cybersecurity. But don't fear of your data. Be smart, be protective of who you give it to, trusted partners, etc. But you really need to think of using data to get for yourself. If other people are using your data together, marketing insights, they're using it to provide you with a better product and service, other than just feed you a bunch of BS that you don't need. They really, with technology going into the future, it's really focusing on the aspect of what the customer wants. We're working on stadiums today, and we've got different technologies. And the purpose of that technology, Wi-Fi or IPTV or just operational data analytics, the purpose of that is to help the business owners really understand what you are doing while you're in the stadium. And it's not that they want to be in your business. They want to provide you with an experience. You're going to see fan engagement, and you're going to see entertainment, and you're going to see things that are going to be popping up, whether you go to a city, whether you go to a football stadium, a pro baseball game. They're going to start providing you with things that's going to create really cool experiences. Down the road, I see there's going to be, based on all this data, you're going to have, holograms and different types of things that's going to start blowing your mind, but it's going to cater to the needs that you have and want when you go places. You want discounts, you want a pizza and a beer, and you want to bring it down to your seat. Well, if they don't know who you are, that you're sitting in that seat, don't expect to have that experience at the game. So you as a business owner, I'd love to hear from you. What are you doing in your business today? Whether it's social media, operations, accounting, looking for trends, trying to understand the latest technology, grow your business, sell a product or service. How are you using data to help your business grow? I would love to hear from you. So just, leave a comment down below and share with me. Some other types of data is, setting up predictive dating. This is what's called data mining. Predictive, and you can do this too as a small business owner, is, start setting up predictability with your social media. You're running a campaign for, just brand awareness. What type of interest do people have in your brand? What do they feel about your brand? What do they feel about your product and services? So you can actually start creating predictive type responses based on the audiences that you're creating. Now, I can remember in the e-learning industry, it was another company that I had it's been 22, 23 years ago. And the way that we actually went out to the customers, and for those of you guys who are millennials or using technology today, I was back in the beginning of building technologies and didn't have all the cool resources and data analytics at our fingertips. Today, everything's data driven. I can get my fingers on it because I know what I needed and I didn't have 22 years ago. But back in the day, when we look at data analytics, there was 100,000 schools across the country in the United States. There was 15,000 libraries. And back then, we had telemarketers. We'd sit on the telephone. I had 10, 15 people calling the schools and saying, hey, we have a new release. And if you guys don't know what a VHS tape is, maybe I'll do a video and show you, take a picture of it. But those of you guys that remember VHS, CD, today everything's online. So building this e-learning model back then, it started out with telephone calls. And if you've never heard of a fax machine, it would be taking a sheet of paper, sliding it into a device, pushing a telephone number, and sending it across to the other side. You have no idea what a stack of 100,000 text message or email, not text, not even email. It was fax. We had to fax 30,000 to 100,000 schools every time I released a product. Do you know what I was missing? I didn't know how many people actually got the piece of paper. I had to wait 2 to 3, maybe even a month, or when the school received its budget, that they would send me a letter and it would be folded up just like this, and there would be a check in it with a PO number on it. Fantastic. Now we've got one customer, right? So we would send it out every time we had a release. Every 30, 45 days, we were sending out a new product or updating the school. Can you imagine you guys having to take that long to get information to your customer? So how we built that business was the data analytics. Back then, it drove me nuts. The data analytics piece of it is how many customers saw it, how many customers read it, how many customers were interested in it. I had no idea how many customers we would have. Over a course of 3 years, we ended up having 30,000 schools and libraries around the United States. When we would fax it in, they started looking for the fax that we sent in. Now, this was a number of years ago, and email started to come around and the internet started to come around. I sound like a dinosaur, but I'm really not. But the point that I'm making is today, the data-driven results, and I want to get back to that. And again, I just want to share some stories to put some relevance on where we are today and the differences that we have, but we're forgetting the most important part is the data. So I can tell you that business 22 years ago, first year, $60,000. Man, I was rocking, making a lot of money. I was just happy. Not at all. My family, friends, they thought we were insane trying to create these particular products and send them to schools. Me, driven, focused, really trying to study, stretch pennies into dollars, manage my financials to make sure we could get there, borrow the money to invest in new products. Second year in, $250,000. Now, first year, reinvest that money back into development to create more products. Didn't make a whole lot of money. Second, looking at the data, we started seeing a trend in the schools and the library starting to buy everything that we were shipping out. Looking at our financials, looking at our numbers, looking at our customer bases, the next year we did $800,000, 3 years. I was excited. We were getting to where we wanted to be. By year 4, we were generating $1 million a month from schools and libraries. We knew exactly who was buying our products, and we created a series of products, and we focused in a very vertical industry. We asked them questions. We gathered information. We built our products to service that market. During that time, we built an e-learning platform, and we took everything online. The industry hadn't caught up, and we focused on it. But if it hadn't been for the data analytics and understanding our customers and patience and perseverance through that. So any entrepreneur understands exactly what I'm saying. Just because you got money doesn't mean you're going to make money. Let's fast forward 22 years. Same product, same ideas. I would be able to reach, if I understood my data analytics, did a little bit of research, how many schools in the United States are there? How many media buyers are in the schools, in the libraries? Now I'm focusing on a particular industry, and you should do the same thing in your business. I would go gather up and I would target and I would write the messages, and I would not stop until I understood what customers are looking for with regards to data analytics. Today, we have different platforms that we can provide that same customer base with today. We can go social media and reach them, share with video. We can share with audio. We can share with podcasting. We can share with emails. We can share with TikTok videos. There's so many ways to get out to the market. Now, you really got to pay attention and you got to focus on your products because the competition is fierce out there. They have the same tools that you do. Your drive, your passion, your focus, understanding your data analytics, listening to what your data is saying about your business, your product, right? Um, if you really understand your data, and you find the right product and niche, you can go hit your first milestone, $10,000 a month, $20,000, $100,000 a month. Understand your number. You can buy media there. I don't even know if there's fax machines to this day. Maybe if you're dealing with the IRS or dealing with the government, they may still have a fax machine. But for the most part, does anyone have fax machines today? If you do, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. It's not going to happen for much longer. There's different ways to get tools and technologies out there. The society that we live in today is data driven, and decision-making capabilities, what decision you make today, you're going to get the results tomorrow morning, if not 2 hours from now. But you need to watch the trends. So set your timeline using data analytics for your business. If it is social media marketing that you're doing, if it's paid media marketing that you're doing, if it's operations and you're running a business, a food court, etc., look at your data. Maybe you don't need to buy in the stadium, you buy 60,000 hot dogs. If you really know what your last game in a baseball was 25,000 hot dogs were sold last week, same game, based on your audience, guess what? You can start having predictive cadence for how your operations and your funding. You're not going to waste materials. You're not going to waste food. You're going to provide, and you're going to save money at the same time. So understanding your data in your business. That's why I get so flipping excited about data analytics. Business owners, entrepreneurs, don't run away from data analytics. I mean, I could do a deep dive and talk about, the tools and the details and, Excel spreadsheets and Tableau and how you set those up. If you want me to go into details on your, details on those tools, happy to do that in a different video. Pull a screen share up, share it with you, show you how you look at it. But the most important thing is really understanding. I'm always going to go back to understanding the financials of your business, operations. Where am I spending money? Where can I save money? And if you only get a solid number out of your financials, start digging into tools and asking your accountant how to get more detail. The chances are today, with the data-driven society that we live in, there's some form or some application that will allow us to have instant access. Social media, there's tons of platforms that you can actually pull data in as much as you send data out. If you're not buying media online, you should be. There's different applications, different video platforms. The key to data analytics is using it, testing it, analyzing it, and repeat. The better you get, if you're a CEO of a company, you should know the data analytics of every aspect of your business if you want to grow. And you can get those insights. It may take a few weeks, couple of months to set everything up the way that you want it. But once you do, it becomes a report that you're going to be able to start creating insight into your business, asking better business intelligence or gathering business intelligence about your business. If you're a public company, sharing that information with your shareholders, sharing it with your different leadership teams. Understanding the data is critical for you to build an organization. From 0 to 100 million or more in today's world, it's all built on data analytics and data-driven decision making. There's another little story I want to share with you with regards to accounting and attorneys and external advisors and just people in general. CEOs in the past or management teams in the past relied on experts. And I can't tell you, it's been probably 5, 10 years ago. And I was in there with a company or a person. She wanted to start a company. And she put her business plan together. She put her projections together. She put her data analytics together. She looked at her financials, looked at the investment. And I'm sitting in there with her. There was probably 10 or 15 of us sitting in the room. She had her attorney, her lawyer, and a couple of the people that she was going to have run her business. And in this meeting, I'm sitting there and I was an advisor helping her how she was going to grow her business. And I asked a couple of questions about physical location, cash flow, how many products, what services, how long is it going to take to create that product. And she was creating a digital product. And accountants and attorneys don't know that stuff, right? And so the business owner, which I see this happen a lot with leadership. Now, don't get me wrong, I like accountants. We need attorneys, and they have their place in their business to do the things that we need to. But if it is your business, you need the data, and you need to believe in the data, and you need to be evaluating the data. If you have questions, and you should question data at all aspects of your business, we're always looking to reduce costs and improve profits. I would like to think that's what we're looking at. You could be making $100 million a year and have no money, and you're constantly borrowing. If you're borrowing money, are you making money with the money that you're borrowing? And in this particular situation, the accountant and attorney goes, this is a really bad idea. She was passionate about it. She had a customer base. She had the data to make her decisions. But she had to look to the accountant and attorney to talk about something that they had no business interfering into it. If you're a CEO, you're a business owner, you are an accountant growing your business, a law firm growing your business, you got to take chances. And if you're going to take chances, data-driven results through data analytics is going to help you understand it. And if you don't, find someone that can help you and answer the questions with regards to the different aspects of your business. So talk with an advisor that understands the finance side, the operation side, the marketing side, the manufacturing side. What are your costs? And how are you going to improve those costs? And what data is readily available to you to look over a period of time? Is it a day? Is it a week? Is it a month? Is it a quarter? Set up your own preferences as to what you want to do and how you want to evaluate that data in your business. If you do that, you're going to see an improvement in your business immediately or right away. So, and if you're not a numbers person, I just happen to love numbers and data, and it's throughout my entire career, corporate America, and building my own businesses, understanding the importance of the little data points. Don't get overwhelmed with the numbers. Just look at the things that's going to help make sense to run your business. And part of this podcast of dollars and data, it's not about making money. It's about creating a profit in your business through data, right? Understanding different aspects of data. In our next episode, or one of our episodes coming up, it's going to be really talking about AI. How can we automate a lot of these things, which I'm excited about, talking about AI. And I don't want to get into it in this episode, but I really want to just help business owners to really take a deep dive into their own business and start looking at data analytics. And if you're an entrepreneur in today's market, you have a better opportunity of being successful. But it's also very competitive. You almost have to be a data-driven kind of person but it comes to us so quick that these types of resources are available to us. I mean, being a part of technology and developing applications over the last 25 years, seeing the things that I didn't have, I'm recognizing the things that when people are developing, maybe you've got a technology that's great for analytics, and it can be used for businesses. Listen, the future is going to change between now and 2050. The resources, the speed in which we do things, are going to give us more insight to our business. And with that being said, I'm going to close with data will give your time back to you as a business owner. It'll give you time to spend with your family. It'll give you time to look at other markets. It gives you time to see if you're profitable or what do you need to do? How much money do you need to borrow from your family, from the bank? Having these details and organizing your business operations, the business organization, your products, the tools are available on the web. AI now, you can go out and find a lot of resources and automate a lot of the things. My goal is helping you alleviate a lot of stress. Last story that I'm going to leave you with, when I was in my 30s and I was building a business and it became a national and international businesses. We had offices around the country. I was flying from one place to the other. We lacked a lot of data and information. I knew, thank God, we had a large margin of profit. But if we didn't have that margin of profit in that business, I don't know that it would have lasted 10 years. And that business grew and grew and grew around the world. And it was all because of data analytics. But one of the things that I learned through this whole process, and you'll probably hear this with regards to more of my podcast and what we talk about, take time to smell the roses. And the tools and technologies, hire an advisor that understands how to give you the information. Don't expect an advisor to learn what you should be knowing about the data. He should be there to put together the data and teach you how to understand it so you can make better decisions about your company. If you haven't kept up with technology, don't worry about it. You can find other people out there that really understand data analytics. They understand business models. They understand, they have a lot of different insight. But today you can go online, you can, whether it's social media, whether it's operations, make sure that the people that you're talking to are giving you reports, they're giving you the data. You start asking questions with regards to the data about marketing and go deeper inside. What marketing data is there available to you? If you're an entrepreneur or business or you're leading an organization, you should be thinking of what areas are available for data, right? And then start putting data together to come up with your own internal trends, with your customer trends, with your product trends. So with that being said, today was a very good, like I said, I love data analytics, and I could go all day talking about different things. If you really enjoyed this podcast or you have ideas, like, share, subscribe, let your friends know. My goal for Dollars and Data is to give you some insights and opportunities to help you achieve success. Listen, whether it's 1x to 10x, I would wish 10x for everyone. But learn something, and I'm hoping to share 25 years plus experience with the subscribers and viewers about really my history and how I could have done things very different, but I wouldn't have changed anything. However, we all have our own experiences. So thank you for listening to Dollars and Data. and the power of data analytics. Have a great day. I look forward to you on the next episode. The next one's going to be really good. We're going to dive deep into AI from a business perspective and how AI is going to save you so much time doing the little things. And if you're not familiar with AI, listen, this is the next generation of tools and technology. If you're starting with data and starting to understand data, listen, it's all about time. It's all about getting information. It's about all automation. Listen, have a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to the next episode of Dollars and Data. Be sure and visit gz6g.com/podcast or send me an email at cole@greenzebra.net. And we have several other channels that we're on. Just subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you later. Have a great day.